At the T-minus 3-minute mark, tape recorders on board the spacecraft were turned on. These recorders record both voice and data.
This is WOMM-LP operating out of Burlington, Vermont, 105.9 The Radiator. It is The Rocket Shop. I'm your host, Tom Proctor. Thank you for joining me tonight. And with me is Miku Daza. Hello, guys. How's it going?
Great. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for coming in. We usually like kicking it all off with a song. So would you like to introduce it and take it away?
The song is called Parasite.
All right.
Like a garden hose. Like they always say, I meet at first sight. Creatures for each other, our fates intertwine. Meant to be together, nothing could be better. Wouldn't want it any other way. Sick to my stomach and eat up a ton of what you offer, I will take. Despite it's a fairy tale, keep me close, you're a parasite. I'm a host, what a paradise. Do you feed on anything you find? I was gonna be a woman of the summertime, but the wide wind made me blind. I was gonna learn to love the world, but I wiped out all mankind. Love anything, a two-headed silver snake, like a wasp inside delicate bites. It's funny how sunny the days are, how they're just as dirty as before. Humor me once, please, darling. Kiss me with pollen for sweetness before the sting. It's a fairy tale, keep me close, you're a parasite. I'm a host, what a paradise. Do you feed on anything you find? I do it 'cause I love you like a thief does what he stole.
All right. Parasite there by Miku Daza. What a way to start off the interview. So can we get first of all a round of introductions? Who's in the band tonight?
I'm Miku.
I'm Chris.
Hey Chris.
Hey. Jeremy.
Jeremy on drums back there. And Mike on lead guitar. And you guys have just come out. Well, I say just come out. Your debut EP came out in July last year, called Fairy Tale.
It's a fairy tale.
It's a fairy tale. My bad. So tell me a few details about that. What was the reception like? How was recording it? Was there any good stories from when you guys all got into the recording studio together?
So actually, Chris he runs Magic Hour Audio and is a sound engineer and actually records all of our stuff. So the process is pretty laid back because we're all in our own studio, which is amazing. But yeah, we actually recorded that EP when I was playing with different musicians. So the format that we're at now, we're looking actually to the future, and we're going to be releasing a single this spring. So that's kind of what we're focused on now.
Very exciting. What's the single called?
It's called Sicko. We're going to play it tonight.
Oh, very exciting.
Yeah.
And so as you get to record in your own studio, where is the studio, by the way?
It's on Flynn Avenue.
Okay.
It's a secret little spot.
All right. I'll keep that on the DL. Because you get to record in your own studio, do you find you've got kind of more room for mistakes because you're not really against the clock, because you don't have to pay for the whole thing? Do you find it means you've got a bit more creative license?
Absolutely. I mean, it's so much less stressful to record with Chris. I mean, Chris is amazing and super creative, and I feel like what we come up with in that time frame is just way better than what we would be able to come up with if we were on like a super time crunch with someone that maybe we didn't click with as well. So,
and I mean, as I said, you guys got a lot of kit with you tonight, so it seems like you're kind of open to experimentation. What kind of some of the more weird and wonderful things you've ended up incorporating into your music?
Well, we actually just started. We were gonna try to work it tonight, but it didn't happen. But we've been doing some samples. When we do live shows, we have kind of more of a Nightmare Pop Carnival theme. So we do lots of carnival sounds. We have a Sugar the Clown is one of my favorites. Comes to most of our performances. We have a large doll on stilts that joins us as well. So we have lots of different sounds and elements that we incorporate for sure.
Well, I was going to say that your aesthetics are kind of based around the juxtapositions. So you kind of got cotton candy fever dreams and lovers, alien infestations, and it's very much kind of, dreamy but nightmarish at the same time. How did this aesthetic come about? Was it very deliberate, or did you find it kind of creeping in as a natural aesthetic as you guys formed and grew?
I think that I've always had an interest in horror. I fascinated by the concept of fear, and I think it's really important to question and deconstruct what we fear and why we fear it. And yeah, I think there's some people who, I mean, especially with our incorporation of clowns, I mean, that's a very classic fear that people have, but the goal is to question then why do I feel this way? I mean, it's so important for the growth of society and for individuals to do that, because if you look currently at our leader, who is instilling so much fear in this country daily, and we need to be able to see through that. And I think that's part of where my interest lies in that world, but also I just like to enter strange worlds. So it's a little bit of a combination of things, but
it's not just like kind of like full classic horror, like gore and monsters. There is this kind of cute edge to it. It's quite colorful.
I mean,
you're a colorful bunch, even if you are kind of instilling this horror. Do you feel that reflects in the music?
Yeah, I think any good art should make people uncomfortable on some level. Like, we're not trying to put you to sleep or relax you at all. We're trying to do the opposite.
And how does this come out in your lyrics as well? So it's not just the look that you've got. I mean, you guys are very much punk. So it's always going to have that edge to it. But when it comes to the things you're writing about, how does that kind of come out?
Yeah, well, I think the topics cover a range of things, but I find inspiration in not just musical artists, but artists of different mediums. And one of my favorite directors is David Lynch, and of course, his world. And so, yeah, I just think that life is art and life is also totally absurd. And we just kind of immerse ourselves into that. And the lyrics really portray that that mindset, I think, is instead of trying to organize things or make sense of things, just accept the absurdity and roll with it, you know.
And how does your kind of creative process happen? If you got a recording studio to mess around in, do you guys all kind of practice there, or is this and do you kind of create your songs or craft your songs there, or is this something that one of you kind of goes away and creates it and then brings it back to the rest of the group?
We all have a different background musically, but what we've been doing up to this point is I tend to write the skeletons of the songs, lyrics and like basic melody, and then I bring it to the band and we all workshop it together and see where it goes. It often changes quite a bit for the better. But yeah, I mean, we just like to be super experimental, so I'm sure that process will evolve as we do.
All right. Well, I'd love to hear another song. Are you going to tease us with the new single, or are you going to leave that one to last?
I just took a sip of water. Probably to last.
All right, okay. We'll go next.
This is called Daza.
All right.
What would I do without you? I'm not hearing my guitar at all. That's okay.
I've seen how you do this, sure it isn't new. I dare you try to break me one more time, you will regret the move. Kindly share your thoughts on why without you I could not survive. Please remind me in what way love suffocates instead of thrives. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. You watch me as I leave you. This is love. Finally I found inside of myself living. Only my approval do I need to follow. I've seen how you do, sure it isn't new. I dare you try to break me one more time, you will regret the move. Does my honesty offend? Does my clarity upend your expectation of the way I'd give it? Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. You will watch me as I leave you. This is love. Finally I found inside of myself a living. Only my approval do I need to follow through. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. Watch me as I leave you. This is love. Finally, I found inside of myself a living. Only my approval do I need to follow. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama. Flocka Daza, Rika Mama.
All right, Flocka Daza there by Miku Daza. As we kind of talked about already, you guys kind of like to experiment a little bit. One fascinating promotion I did see on your Facebook page was you guys went down to Brooklyn and cut a load of live vinyl records, which
We're about to.
You're about to. This is not happening. Could you
In June.
tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, so we're super excited, at least of all recording in Brooklyn. It's direct to vinyl, so it's totally live. Each vinyl has one song. We're offering Sicko, which is the upcoming single, or Panic, which is off of our EP. It's a fairy tale. And yeah, it's just such a cool concept. I think it's really like an audio Polaroid. I mean, each person that gets one, it's going to be totally unique from the rest of that are made that day. And it's all pre-order, so if anyone's listening, you can pre-order online on our Instagram and Facebook. The link's up. It's $25 per vinyl, but we're super excited for that.
How's that going to work then? So are you actually going to record it in the vinyl press factory and then they're just going to stick it straight on?
Like least of I've done it once before, but I was just playing backup guitar, so I didn't really get a feel for exactly how it works. And they did just move to a new building, and I think a couple things have changed. But yeah, I mean, I don't know the technicality of exactly how it's done. I just know that the result is like pretty. Oh, no swearing, no swearing. Really pretty good. Cool.
Awesome. And how? So you said you'd done this before.
I was backup guitarist for someone, and I got to experience like just a small part of it, and was just like, we gotta come back with this project.
Yeah.
So
sounds incredible. And we've obviously got a vinyl press here in town. It's something that maybe we should introduce to that factory, because that would be pretty cool
awesome
to do. And you say you all kind of come from different backgrounds. And so, yeah, what's the origin story behind the band and where you guys all originate from?
Where are you guys from? Chris is from Pluto. What about you? I don't know anything about these guys.
Just found them outside before
I literally found Chris on Craigslist. I literally did.
He's from Craigslist.
Yeah,
sent by Craig himself.
In the realm. Cheap rent, yeah.
Musically speaking, what kind of backgrounds do you guys come from?
You speak first.
You might want to go a bit closer to the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Probably more. I think I grew up in like the punk hardcore scene, so definitely that. Like when I was in high school and started playing, but kind of explored other realms, and this really strikes a chord with me because of that. I think that's the biggest slice of my musical background, really.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I like a little bit of everything myself. I grew up listening to a lot of Hendrix, obviously, for guitar, and I got more into metal in recent years, and so I've been using that a lot to influence the way I play guitar and drums, and I like pretty much everything. So,
You?
Metal and jazz.
Metal and jazz for Jeremy.
Two wonderful genres to stick together. That really would be very experimental. And so with all these kind of different elements, how does that affect crafting songs together? Who's bringing what?
I think it makes the music what it is, which is a little undefinable kind of. I mean, our genre is nightmare pop, so that's what we've created, our sound. But yeah, I just think that you can really feel a little bit of each of our background within each song. I was in a cumbia band for 3 years, and then I was in an a cappella Bulgarian group for a while. I've been playing solo stuff and in my past when I was in high school, and so yeah, it's just a really strange combination, but it works out.
A cappella Bulgarian group?
Yeah, they're called Amerikanka. They're still going. Check them out. They're amazing. We sing Eastern European harmonies, and it was really cool. I was the only one in the group that was not trained professionally, so it was a big learning experience for me, but super cool. Yeah.
Do you know Bulgarian, or did you have to learn Bulgarian for the?
Well, we learned. I've been singing in different languages for a while, just because I was in a cumbia band, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, so I kind of just really just feel the music that I'm performing and really dig in and explore that, regardless of the language. Obviously you translate it and get to know it, but
yeah. Have you got any passages in a foreign language for Miku Daza?
In the songs,
yeah,
not exactly. No, I mean we have. I think it's more rhythmically. Where there's a little bit of influence there, more so.
Okay,
yeah.
I see. And you're talking about like your live shows, which I've heard are incredible. I need to catch one at some point. Where you're bringing in far more just elements than just the band. It's like a whole carnival theme. So is there? Would you call them Miku Daza groupies or parts of the band? Who are these other people kind of come into
our
this?
children.
I see.
Yes. Our monster babies.
Little nightmare sproglets.
Yes.
Wonderful. And is that kind of evolving as well in terms of is it like a script or I know some kind of scaffolding that you kind of work around and build like a performance off, or is it really free for all and improvisation?
Currently, it's a little improvised. I think we're all coming from the same place. And as we grow and we continue to do our thing, I think it'll evolve to be maybe a little more organized. But right now, it's like a free for all. It's a circus. It's a party. It's and it's a lot of fun. I mean, I don't necessarily think it always has to be so organized and on script and choreographed. Like, you should be able to dance how you want in the moment and express yourself in that way.
Absolutely. And another kind of element of your music and the whole kind of aesthetic of your band is some fantastic photo shoots that we've seen. Specifically, the Henry's Diner photo shoot. I'd love to hear the story behind that. How did you get them to agree to lend that place out to you guys?
Well, we went at 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
I literally left my house. It was like snowing, and I don't have a car, so I was just carrying this giant wedding dress down the street at 5 a.m, just freezing. And yeah, there was just a really awesome waitress there at the time who agreed to, just let us do our thing, and yeah, it was great.
For those listeners that have not seen that, it's a wonderful photo shoot with Miku and the what's the clown called?
Sugar
the clown, who's a terrifying clown, and it's I would say a breakfast date, a photo shoot of a breakfast date between the two that is wonderful and terrifying all in one. And you guys have a fondness for kind of getting out and taking pictures. You guys, and as well as that, you've had a fantastic music video shot for the last song that you just played. So yeah, that kind of creative side of the band, is that something you're looking to further explore? What other ideas have you guys got coming up?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that, like I said, I'm interested in all mediums of art. And I think the band is going to continue to explore our strange worlds, our own little creation. And there's going to be lots of facets to that. But it's more like very natural inspirations. And we just roll with it. We have an idea. We've been working with Ryan Mallet, who's an amazing videographer who did our last music video for Parasite. And yeah, we have some pretty cool plans for Sicko, for the single we're going to be releasing. We're going to be coming out with a video for that as well. So just keep an eye out, and you can kind of see where we're headed.
Cool. Is that going to be shot locally?
Most of it, probably.
All right.
I mean, it's a little bit easier just for everybody, but there's plenty of creepy places here we can.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
we can get to.
The previous video came out fantastically well. I was very impressed with the production values. Your videographer was tip top. We've not got too much time, unfortunately, but in terms of upcoming gigs and any kind of self-promotion, what have you got in terms of where can people see you, and also where can people find you online and whatnot?
Yeah, so we have a website, mikudaza.com, Facebook, Mikudaza, Instagram as well. So yeah, we're going to be on the 12th and 13th this month, Thunder Road in Somerville, Massachusetts, and then Pianos in New York. And then the 26th of this month, we're going to be at Higher Ground opening for Craig Mitchell's Prince tribute band, Purple. So that's going to be awesome. You can get your tickets ahead of time online. And then, yeah, in June, we're going to be at Least of All doing the recording, and at Sunnyvale on the 29th of June, which is in New York with Monte and Less Sick Puppy. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
You guys have got a busy spring coming up.
Yeah. Lots of little weekend tours.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you guys. Let's hear this new single.
Got time for one more?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Is there any way to help a little more guitar? Or? No worries. If not, I just...
We shall try.
Oh, there we go. There's something, yeah.
A, B, C, D, follow me past this damage and debris. Electrical animal queen, apocalypse, fever dream. Do you feel the madness as we undress? Disco, sicko, get your hand on my switch. Bang, bang on the hit list, hit this. Sicko, got some thick hips, taste this lipstick. I'll hold your things while you run your nakedness with free up. You must die 102 times before you can feel the groove. Do you feel the madness as we undress? Disco, sicko, put your hand on my switch. Bang, bang on the hip, let's take this. Sicko, got some big hips, taste this lipstick. Follow me through this city, empty streets, electrical, animal queen, apocalypse, fever dream.
All right, Sicky by Miku Daza. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah.
And best of luck with all your endeavors. I'm really looking forward to seeing that new music video. And hopefully I'll catch you at some point in the summer and see your terrifying carnival personally.
Sounds good. See you then.
All right, coming up next, we've got Winona. We'll be right back just after the break.